Okay, it's time now to catch up with someone who I could describe as an old friend, certainly as an old enemy, but he's back to being a friend again nowadays. Some people call him Vivi, those with respect call him Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards. Vivi, how are you first of all? You enjoying this?
Oh man, it's always great to be here.
You love Pakistan, or you love doing the job you're doing at the moment, or both?
Well, both I think, especially the last time that we worked with the PTV company as well. I also enjoyed that, a little commentary here and there, a little bits and pieces. I'm a bits and pieces sort of individual.
I just want to take you back, before we get into PSL and all that, I want to take you back to your career. So we're adversaries in the 80s. I've looked up some of the figures. Test average just over 50. Average against England over 60. Was it personal?
You could say that. You could say that because for someone who would have invented the game in itself, it's always nice to get something on that particular individual. And most certainly, being part of the colonies, I can't afford to leave that one out. You're in charge of the colonies, the British Empire and all that sort of stuff. And if you can get one on your old enemy, I guess it is something that you can treasure for the rest of your life.
Strong words, I have to say, strong words. Were you primarily an Antiguan or a West Indian or a man proud of your heritage, or all three at the same time?
Well, there's a little bit of history involved in terms of my African roots, which would have translated to my West Indian roots, because there's certainly some West Indian history there. If there's no African history, there's no Caribbean history. So I'm pretty conscious about these things, and I try and represent them to the best of my ability.
I think you did that in an exemplary fashion. Yes, at the same time, one of your best mates is one of my friends, a fellow called Botham, Lord Botham, Ian, Beefy. And
he's come a long way, hasn't he?
He's changed. Yeah, he's changed. He's now wearing funny clothes and appearing in the House of Lords. But you're able to make those friendships across the game, which is one of the great things about the game of cricket.
It's ever since I first went to England, I can remember when I met Ian. I think we were playing for the under-25s at the same time. You know, he was just a magnificent individual. I felt at the time that I'm in a new country, new cultures and all that sort of stuff. And to have someone like Ian at that time, he helped me a fair bit. And that's why I think up to this day, you know, I do cherish our friendship.
Yeah. Now, the game has obviously moved on quite some ways since the 1980s when you were in your pomp. You were very, very proud of your test record. You still see test cricket as the most important form.
It is. It is. To me, that's the platform. That's why I think we have the ODIs, we do have the T20 tournaments around the world, and maybe just to remind some of the young individuals that, in my opinion, red ball cricket prepares you for this stuff. Why I say that? Because when you would have gone through maybe all the stuff, the rigors of competing at a high level test match cricket and all that sort of stuff, this to me, T20, is for you to just come and have some professional fun.
Yeah, you said that the other day in an interview to Erin. You mentioned the word fun.
Yeah.
And yet, for these people, I mean, for instance, the team you're mentoring right now, you know, this is big business. This is people with careers made on franchise cricket. How do you see all that? Because, as I say, you still revere Test cricket, and yet you've got to be a mentor to a side of franchise players.
It's just great to be around individuals, you know, who with high skill sets. We must not forget as well, as the game certainly would have moved on. We see the bats today. The only thing sometimes worries me, those little small boundaries, David. We would have loved to have had them in the olden days. But it's the fielding, in my opinion, at times can be electrifying. Just the catching and all that sort of stuff. The power hitting. The game has moved on in a big way, and I'm just happy to know that I'm part of that particular generation of such, from the old to the new of such. I'm pretty happy to be in such a position, to be around individuals with the modern day game and the power plays and all that sort of stuff. I'm just happy to be in the dugout with these guys.
I mean, for instance, Jason Roy, the perfect example in your team.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that 100 you made the other day was spectacular, and yet for you, it's a franchise game. For you, I watched you make 156 balls in Antigua, and I was a lot further away from you then than I am now, I can tell you.
It's seeing Jason what he did, you know, because these are the things that you admire as a batsman myself in the past. You just want to see good cricket and individuals who take the bowling on. And certainly what Jason did the other night, man, you know, we needed that. And as I did say, big boys only play at night. And certainly he played.
You know about that sort of stuff. So you'll be coming back to Pakistan for years and years, I take it.
It's a great place to be. Ever since the PSL would have started, I would have been part of that. And every now and again, someone says that you're loved a little bit in this part of the world. So why not enjoy it?
Indeed. Okay, before I let you go, your birthday's coming up next month. It's not a number I'm going to mention. I know it ends in 0. So from all of us, have a very good birthday.
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate that.
Pleasure. Thank you.